It's so funny because I know you guys so well.
Yes, you do.
It's so funny to be like formally interviewing you after we spent so much time together. But my name is Madison. I will give you the spiel I give at the beginning of each episode. We're about 100 episodes deep. I work for a social media marketing agency called Loud. We do content creation, web design, graphics, branding, and photography. And we've been working with Voyage magazine and their partners Canvas Rebel and shout out DFW for about 9 months now, working on some really amazing projects, including a content partnership program where we've launched a podcast, meeting all kinds of creatives, artists, entrepreneurs, and small business owners in 22 cities across the US, which is pretty amazing.
That's cool.
It's one of the coolest things I've ever been able to do, and I selfishly love the music episodes because I gain so much from the conversation. Sometimes we talk about topics that aren't as particularly exciting and innovative as the music industry. So I'm very excited to have you both here with me today, just learning a little bit more about your backgrounds and your journeys. You're both incredible individually as well as together as a team. So I'm excited to learn a little bit more about each of you. I'd love to hear more about who you are. Tell the audience who you are and what you do, and then we'll go through my list of questions.
First off, I appreciate you guys having us.
Of course.
For you, Madison.
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
Voyage, for all the people that are listening, thank you. To start off, my name is Dylan Lueking. I am Kyle's manager. I am a representative for Flip a Switch, and I work with Third String as well. I do studio management. I do artist management out of Flip a Switch, and I am taking over some of the Restless Fest stage management and kind of growing that, and that's kind of who I am.
Amazing.
I am Kyle. Kyle got that Cannon. Kyle Cannon. I am a DJ, producer, father, spicy chicken sandwich connoisseur. You know, yeah, that's me.
That's great. Great intro. That really sums you up as a person.
Thank you.
So today we're going to be talking about breaking into the music industry as well as the Dallas music scene specifically. I am a Dallas transplant. I moved here from Seattle last January, and I have found that the music scene in Dallas to be absolutely incredible. There's nothing like it. It's so unique, and so I'm excited to hear each of your perspectives. The big ticket question here: how were you able to get into the music industry initially? It's a very difficult industry to break into. I'd love to know what your experience was like.
Good.
My brother, he is a rapper. His name is Lil Sega. Shout out to Lil Sega, Big Sega. You know, he is the rapper, and I was his little brother who, you know, I DJ'd for him. I managed him at one point. I, you know, was his road dog. Like, we used to just be doing shows, and, you know, I kind of just would follow him everywhere and kind of just tap into what he was doing. Initially, I thought I would just be like his entourage. I thought he was just going to be able to blow up, and then I'd just be able to be, you know, the guy behind him with the nice chain and everything. But he ended up expressing to me that I should become like an internet DJ. So an internet DJ is almost like, you know how like you see like DJ Khaled, it'll be like DJ Khaled featuring Rihanna, but like it would just be Rihanna on the whole song.
Yes.
So like that's what he was having me do, where I would be able to like post his music, but it wasn't like as if I was on the song. I was just posting his music. So
I see.
So I was just being an internet DJ.
Yeah.
And then it came to the point where, you know, my friends were telling me that I should become a DJ because, after I started posting all of his music, then a lot of artists in Dallas were hitting me up, and they were like, yo, like, can you host that's what it's called, hosting. They're like, can you host my songs as well? So I was like, shoot, I can. Then they were telling me that they paid me to host their songs. I was like, whoa, I didn't know this was a thing.
Amazing.
So then that became a thing, and then a buddy of mine, he had a DJ board. He let me hold on to it. And that just became, you know, where we are at today.
The rest is history.
The rest is history, very much.
Right on. How about you, Dylan?
Getting into it, I think it was started with the skateboarding world. I think the interconnections with skateboarding, the diversity of skateboarding, the family culture that comes with it, gave me the ability to interact with a lot of people, such as Kyle, such as Troy, his brother. And I think another segue was my brother being a photographer in the Dallas entertainment industry.
Yeah.
You know, him breaking in. As he is my little brother, I have always kind of been the flip role, and I've always kind of inspired to just kind of hang out with him. He's always inspired me, and I've kind of coattailed him in a way.
Yeah.
But as soon as that happened and Kyle started growing the way that he was and the energy that he had, I just wanted to wrap myself around great people and great energy, and people like him and a lot of artists gave me that ability. So I think it goes back to my friends too. It's everybody that I come into is friends that have helped me grow in this industry. I wouldn't be here without any of that.
Yeah. Have you both been called to a life in music? Do you feel like that's something you always knew you were destined to do?
Very much. I think it's so crazy that I became a DJ because I knew that I wasn't going to be the rapper. And then when I was about 16, I had a good buddy of mine. His name was Sora. Shout out Sora. He's been producing. He's still producing, but he's been producing since we were like 15. One time we were like 16 and we were at my crib and I'm like, bro, please download Fruity Loops onto my mom's like laptop, and he tried. He's like, bro, I can't get it on here type shit. But that was me already then trying to learn how to produce and things like that nature. So, and then, I'm from New York. So, hip-hop, bro, I've been listening to hip-hop since I can remember. The earliest days of memories in my head are just, there's, background music of 50 Cent and Little Flip and just constant just hip-hop. So, and hip-hop has gotten me to, jump into this industry, which has gotten me to expand in all genres. But, music, of course, started with me with hip-hop. But
Definitely.
Well, I'm starting to feel like this is starting to move in the right direction.
Yeah.
I like this. To build off of what he said, I grew up with my grandfather, Papa Don, playing guitar. And he taught me how to play guitar. And at 11, I started playing guitar. And the same way, he knew that he was going to be a rapper, I knew that I didn't have the voice and the concentration to carry out the music myself as an artist. But I've always been so entertained by the crowds, the great, every great moment that I've been at, and I can really go back to. It's been at a concert. The vibration and the energy that comes from that.
Oh, absolutely.
Around it, man.
Exactly.
There's nothing like it.
Exactly. So that's kind of where I came from. Do I think that I was destined for music? Maybe not, but I definitely was just solely attracted to it.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where when your soul speaks to you, you just got to follow it. So
you have to pursue that calling. You can try and run from it, but
exactly.
It's
going to come back around.
Absolutely.
It's gonna come back around.
Definitely. What does your relationship look like together? I know you manage Kyle. Tell me more about your partnership and what you guys do.
Me and Dylan have been buddies since I was about 12 years old. We're going on 12 years of friendship, are we?
Wow.
We are.
More.
Maybe more.
That's a long ass time.
16
Yes.
16 years.
Wow.
16 years, holy moly. But,
So you guys grew up together?
Yeah, we did.
Went to school together?
We didn't go to school. We actually went to, our high schools were literally, on the same street.
School down the street.
Yeah,
Wow.
our high schools are literally on the same street. Our high schools actually have beef because they're on the same street,
Oh, I believe it.
But we grew up skateboarding together, and man, we just had the best time. All of us, man. Him, his brother, my buddy Roman. Shout out Daily Hughes. All of our guys, dude, we just grew up and we just had this love for skateboarding, being young, being reckless, and then listening to dope music as well. like we're listening at that time, we're like 12, 13 years old, and we're listening to like Wu-Tang, we're listening to like Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yep.
Like hip hop wise, like we're young, but we're bumping these old ass rappers. No disrespect, like pause, like I don't mean to say old ass rappers, but the old music. For our age.
Absolutely.
And then like we're also listening to like Animal Collective and Smashing Pumpkins, Crystal Castles, even to take it back, like The Doors and Pink Floyd. Like we were just so involved, not even understanding, like we're literally at this time just like being ourselves, but we're not even understanding like all the cultures of like everything that we like and represent,
the depth of that.
The depth of that. So like that's where it was just at that time, it was just so pure and stuff, and like that's like to this day, like we be bringing up stuff from like back then, you know? Like it's badass. But initially, Dylan has wanted to come on to like do a management for me since like 2019. We're in 2023, I believe, right? In 2019, he's actually
sometimes he time travels.
2019, he actually brought up like wanting to manage me, but there was just like I didn't really have a vision. I didn't have a budget. There was just no like it was just like a thought, you know.
Yeah.
And then like. In last summer, in July of last summer, June of last summer, like we just sat down and talked about it. He actually came a long way. He had more connections. He built a lot more on his graphic design. And so like that was like the things that were needed, like the connections, the graphic design. He made like me like the cleanest logo that I have that I'm gonna use until the end of time.
Forever.
It's like so dope. It's so dope. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I didn't
realize you made that.
Yes.
Iconic.
Can
you do you have merch? Like, can we put that on a shirt? Because I would totally wear that.
Should we drop the idea right now?
We'll wait on dropping the idea.
Okay, well, you gotta tell me off the record later.
I got you. But yeah, so after he came with like, you know, the connections, the graphic design and everything, it was just like, all right, like we should just start right here, like instead of like trying to not even like sugarcoat it, but like instead of trying to like get too in depth about it, we were just like, dude, like let's just like try to shoot at it and like see where it goes. And then ever since then it's just been building so much more, and so like it's cool. Yeah, it's been progressing like a shit ton. A lot. It's been progressing a lot. So I'm very much thankful for my guy. He works very hard. The work ethic is there. And he also is a part of a organization called CMU, and I ended up asking him if I can be involved in the CMU. Where's the tat? Yeah, I asked him.
Let me see.
I asked him if I can be involved in the organization, so he ended up bringing me out into one of the events and letting me DJ. Wow. So it was really big. It was like a sponsored event. We raised like a couple $1,000s for like kids going into college and stuff.
Amazing.
So it was awesome. So I'll actually let you like get into more depth about what that is. You know.
Thank you, for real. Sometimes I get caught up and everything that's going on, especially now that everything is progressing, so I don't have a second to really like sit down and appreciate my own flowers. So thank you for saying that. But again, just going into it, Kyle always from a young age has had this light to him and this energy to him that is just attracting, that I just got to get around this person more and more and help him in any way. I'm a big helper.
Yeah.
I don't want much out of it. I just want to see people shine brighter because I was able to do a phone call or an email or anything like that. So with the progression of his own career, I've able to experience better relationships myself and help him grow within myself. So man, just it's just like kind of crazy, like from the 16 years of just like skating, not having any cars and skating miles and miles just to go get some food somewhere, to like what we're doing now and seeing you at Rolling Loud and seeing you perform with these crazy artists is really just, it's hard to wrap my mind around.
It's badass. It's awesome.
Doing the graphic designing stuff was fun. It's one of those things that was very tedious, and just wasn't a lot of money to it, and it just wasn't as satisfying. And I still do it every now and then, but I want to do it for the right people, and because it's graphic designs like his logo that make me want to work on graphic designing. But there's that money grabbing aspect of graphic designing that you got to do these corporate jobs, and they're so boring, and it's just like, why am I doing this? So many revisions.
Yeah. It's the same thing with photography. Like, my dream is concert photography. My dream is to go on tour, but that doesn't pay the bills right now. It's the corporate headshots. It's the real estate headshots and the branding sessions that there's no substance or creativity to it. But if that, brings in the money and pays the bills, sometimes you have to do it.
And I think that this is a perfect time to tell all these kids that quitting your jobs and not having a job trying to make this entertainment industry job work is just not it. Relying on your parents to always give you money is just not going to happen. Like, obviously you're going to be able to lean on something somewhere, but I'm at this age and I have 4 jobs so that I can still make this happen, you know? So for all those kids out there, have multiple jobs, save your money, build your credit, invest in the right things, and that way that you have the ability to spend time on
investing in yourself,
your creativity and your craft.
And I think it speaks volumes to who you both are as well, because you're still taking that leap of faith, but you're also being responsible with that decision. Because you can pursue a passion and still have a full-time job outside of that, because you can't, as much as I would love to just, say, forget everything else, I'm just going to be a concert photographer full-time, that I'm going to run out of money
it's not realistic.
Very quickly. And you have to be prepared. Life happens. You guys have families, there's so much more to life than that.
Shout out families.
Yeah.
I got a kid on my way myself.
Yeah.
Shout out to baby mamas at home, Miss Maddie.
Oh.
We got one, so I'm ready to learn from this guy on how to be a great father.
Yeah. That's
and take that journey. It's going to be fun.
Amazing.
Yes.
Well, I don't know if anybody has told you lately, but I hope you feel very proud of yourselves and the two of you as a team.
God bless you, Madison. That was so sweet.
I look up to both of you very much. You are genuinely two of the most wonderful people I have had the honor of working with when I, entered this industry a year ago. And I'm not going to shy away from the fact that it's difficult being a woman in this industry, but I've seen you both time and time again as we've continued to work together stick up for me, and that means the absolute world to me. So I'm very grateful for both of you, and I hope you can give yourself a pat on the back today and look in the mirror and feel proud of yourselves and the progress you've made, even over the last few months since we originally met. So
yes, ma'am.
I hope you feel proud of yourselves today. If nobody's told you lately.
I do now. Now
good,
that you said something.
Good. I love the words of affirmation. I think that's important. What sets you guys apart from others in this industry? What makes you unique?
Oh, let me go first, brother.
For sure on that one.
What sets me apart is just I really don't feel like that I'm in competition with anyone. Like, a lot of people that I don't want to say this, excuse me, what am I about to say? Like some of the people that I catch myself around, when it comes to them speaking upon their craft and things, they end up bringing up other people and stuff, and I can understand, because this game is a competition. Don't think that I don't understand that. But, I just don't feel like I'm at a competition with people around me. I honestly feel like it's me versus me. I'm only going to make myself better or make myself worse. That's on me. It's not going to be on the next man.
We're our own worst critics.
Exactly. And, that's I feel like with me just having that mindset is the first thing that sets me aside of others. And then it's just my swag.
Yes!
Hey man, I'm that jiggy nigga. Excuse me, I'm that jiggy man. I'm the jiggy boy from the north that's out here chilling in the south. The sauce is just unmatched. And I'm so respectful too.
Yes.
I can realistically have a conversation with anyone. It doesn't matter if they're it doesn't matter who you are, what you believe in, what your race is, what your relationship is. Like, I have the most respect for people, and I feel like that's what sets me aside too, because like I can get comfortable with just anybody, and not in like a way of like in a way where you gotta be like, you gotta watch out for him, he just like likes everybody, but like in a way of like, like I really mess with that guy. I really like that guy. He's really genuine. He respects everybody. It doesn't matter like who or what the situation, circumstance is. And like that's just what it is with me. And then on top of just like like the music that I mess with, like I listen to everything, man. I just recently got put on a country. I'm jacking country now. And then like like just like hip hop, all the different like the emotional hip hop, the hood hip hop, the rage hip hop.
Yeah.
I'm messing with all the alternative, from the psychedelic rock to the hardcore, that
preach.
You feel me? Like I really mess with it all. So like that's what sets me aside from everybody. Like I'm not like a closed-minded individual. Like I can't even get closed-minded in any circumstance that you place me in. I cannot be boxed. So like that's what really sets me aside.
Yeah, I love that. So well said. We were talking about that. It's kind of been a consistent theme on the podcast thus far that your talent will only take you so far. You have to be somebody who is easy to work with and who will light up a room in a positive way, who's respectful, easygoing, it makes everybody feel appreciated, and that's, I think, why I'm so drawn to partnering with both of you and continuing to work together and take photos for gigs and things, is because you are fun to work with and you're enjoyable to be around. And
something right.
Yes,
money.
Yes, exactly. And this industry needs more of that. We need more people who are kind and respectful and say thank you and all of those things. It goes so far, especially when you're working with other creatives, photographers, videographers, creative directors, other managers, writers, producers, sound engineers. Being fun to work with and enjoyable will take you so much further than just being a good DJ or just being a good rapper or a good manager.
And that's why we're doing this, right?
Yes,
it's
exactly.
Because that 9 to 5, working in a cubicle, that's not fun. I'm sorry.
I've done it.
It's just not it.
Nope.
It's never been it for me.
We've done it, man.
Yeah.
And so like
We've all done it.
When you're in this industry, that's what it's about, is being a fun person to work with. It is about having fun while doing it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, that's what makes you keep going. And to touch on the thing that separates me from the industry is, I think it's work ethic. To keep it short and sweet, it's grinding 24/7, and the ability to do that is hard if you're in a job that you don't like. So if you like something, you can consistently do it from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, wake up and do it again.
Yeah.
So that's huge.
People who love what they do for work, I've mentioned this on many, many episodes. If you love what you do for work, you will statistically live a longer life than if you are unhappy.
Yep.
So you have to do what you love, but you also have to be financially responsible, and you gotta provide for the bills and the
this
family.
guy keeps me on my toes. I was just telling one of my young guys, his name is Regal. We literally had like a 10-minute conversation about Dylan. I'm like, dude, this guy, there'll be days he'll literally call me and be like, did you do this yet? Did you do that yet? I'm like, dude, I haven't, but I'm gonna do it right now, because he's like, it's needed. Like, I think it's good to have like, a safe space with someone where like, like they can remind you to kind of get off of your ass, or just kind of like, give you just that little push that'll just make you like, all right, like, let me actually get my ass up and take my time to go do this and knock this out, because like, and shit, like, excuse me, like, if there's anybody out there who like has that mentality, who kind of is like even that person in their friend group of just like, like checking, like if you're that guy who kind of checks in on your friends more than like the next man in your group, like, feel free to reach out and just like ask them like, yo, did you finish working on this? Did you even start on this? Because like they might actually need that push, that like just that accountability that like is really gonna take them to getting that like
that next level,
or even just getting whatever it is like knocked out, like it's needed. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to be that guy, and make sure that you guys have that type of guy around in the group, because there's too many guys out here that are leeching and want to be yes men, and they're just looking to, you know, kind of leech off of like what is going on and stuff without actually like even really giving a damn. So
giving substance to it.
Yeah. So
but everybody needs that in their life. That my brother who passed away to going on 3 years now was that for me. And that, so seeing him do so much for me was awakening for me, because I was like, dang, this guy made me change so much and like put my priorities and my 24 hours into a space where I realized, okay, everybody has the same 24 hours.
Right.
How you utilize those is really on you. How you wake up in the morning and run yourself is that way. And so seeing that for me, I'm a big feeder off of energy and the people around me. So I realized how well that did for me, and I was like, why can I not do that for the people around me as well, and carry on his legacy through that? And I know that he's upstairs looking down at me, proud as hell of that.
Absolutely. That's beautiful. You have to have someone who's going to advocate for you in rooms that you are not already in, who's, you know, going to stick up for you and share your name and share your info and promote you even when you're not there in a positive way.
Because your mom and pops can only do it for so long.
Yeah. Right.
Because then you're like, all right, I don't want to hear from mom and pops no more. I need somebody to come in the correct way.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. Well, transitioning in a little bit of a different direction, let's talk about the Dallas music scene. What makes it so special? What are you guys doing here at the studio? Tell me everything.
Well, the Dallas music scene is just the whole damn show, man. The Dallas music scene is so clean. You can find so many different genres and artistic vibes. Like, everybody is such a vibe. Like, there's so many people out here just setting up vibes like that. And there's people out here that not even really even tapped in, not even knowing like who's out here providing the vibes. Like, it's like, and this has been going on for years now, man. Like, I jumped into this Dallas scene around 2015. You know, my guy Roman, shout out Daily Ooze again, man. He like I'm living in the north. Like, I'm living in North Dallas. My guy Roman was like, bro, like we need to go to like downtown. Like, he's like, I just recently like came across like a whole different like, cause we had some things going on in North Dallas. And like, it was just like a North Dallas type of thing. But he was like, bro, like, we need to go downtown. Like, you need to start messing with like what's the culture that's really going on in Dallas. He's the one who kind of really showed me that. And like, there was just so many just events and people that I were coming across. Like, I can name drop so many people. Like, shout out to like, you know, like Mecca. Shout out to Mecca. Shout out to 7 Chains. You know, shout out to, you know, people like DJ Kimbley. Shout out to Daily Ooze. Like, there are just so many people that are actually like really putting time out here to like put on events, and
Mike Zimmer.
You know, Mike Zimmer, you know, just things like that. Like, there's so many genres and different things that are going on, and it's like, it's really cool to see like that this is really going on in our own city. And like, you know, like nowadays, like, we're so eager to kind of listen to like what we like and you know, like what's popping. Especially like, there's nothing wrong with listening to stuff that's what's popping, but like, there are things that like you're listening to that are popping, that are like going on like a smaller scale, like a more like a more closer scale, that you're like actually like able to like be able to see. Like I'm sure your favorite rapper has a person who has that kind of sound, or even has a co-sign by that person that's in our city right now. So like, it's really good to just tap in and just like kind of get involved in like wherever it is that you would want to be involved in Dallas, like on this scene, because there's just so much going on. We got people that are popping off, that are really getting names and really getting cosigns from, you know, big artists that are in our city right now, man. So it's like, it's really good to see, man, like, for real.
Yeah.
I think that I think every city has their unique sound and unique method of running the music, right? What separates Dallas, I think, is now is that we're working as a team.
Yeah.
Dallas wasn't working as a team, I think, a year or 2 years ago, as much as now it's turning over and seeing like, all right, that person can't work with me, this person can't work with me. Mentality is now out the door. It's time to, because Dallas has always been a hotspot, and it's definitely growing with the Jerry Jones of the world really establishing what he's got here, and the Frisco, Texas growing that, and just the artists that are coming out of here is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But the collaboration is now becoming where like the bigger cities and states have prospered from.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited to see how that helps Dallas, and with people like Mike Zimmer, who's been in this game for so long, that's helping make that a possibility, and utilizing spaces like Flip a Switch and Third String Entertainment, giving us a roof under our heads to where we can make those moves and have those abilities and utilities and tools to move to the next step and next levels is amazing. So
we gotta get him on the podcast.
Oh, next time.
Yeah,
let's go.
Gotta get that guy in here.
Yeah.
He's the best. He's camera shy, I think.
Well, we'll do it without the video camera. We'll record the audio. I'm sure. He'd be down for that. Yeah, he's amazing. I've been trying to work with him for so long. If you scroll up on our Instagram DMs, I was messaging him a long time ago. Please let me come and work for you. I think you're so cool. And now here we are in his gorgeous studio in Deep Ellum.
What do you think about it?
I absolutely love it.
Not even just the studio, but like the whole space. Like, what do you think
everything.
about it? The vibes, everything.
I want to just come hang out here. Like, I want to come work remotely. I want to bring my computer and like hang out. I meet new people every time I come here. Yeah. It's never the same people twice. And nobody cares if I just, show up and tell you about my work, and you tell me about yours, and then we connect, and then these people are booking me, and it's all about who you know. I think your birthday was fantastic. I met so many people.
Oh man, that was a great time.
That was so fun. Awesome. The connections that I made at that event were phenomenal. I love this space.
That was awesome.
I need my own desk here, honestly.
Hey, let's go.
What do we have to do to get me a little desk in here? I work from home, so I don't have a little office space.
Work from Flip a Switch. Hold on, we're breaking down barriers in here. It's not even about music anymore.
So much more. Man, even
breaking
today we
were
playing games of skate.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, so much.
Me and Kai grew up skating, so like to have that involved in it was great.
How do you keep up with current trends and stay relevant in a really fast-paced environment?
Staying relevant, keeping up with trends. I'm constantly, I mess with my guy. I bring him up all the time. It's only because it's right, man. My guy Daily Use, you see the tat right here. Cameras, I don't know if you can see the tat. The Daily Use is tatted, man. My guy Daily Use keeps me posted with everything that's going on in Dallas, man. This man is really, he's in charge, man. He takes care of the Dallas culture. He's him. He keeps me in tune with everything that's going on music-wise in Dallas. Staying on top of trends, it's just like, I really don't even know how to explain it. It's just kind of easy. It's just kind of like, it's like almost like what's a part of like our like lifestyle, like we just keeping up, listening to everything. I got all types of like, DJ pools where I'm listening to like, I have a DJ pool. A DJ pool is kind of like where you get all your DJ music from. Okay. Like you don't really download from like YouTube unless like someone requests something. But like a DJ pool is where you get all the downloads of all types of music. You get like an intro version of like 16 seconds of the beat like before it comes in, before the lyrics come in. 16 of the outro. It'll be like a clean version, dirty version. So it's all types of things.
So it's kind of like a database.
Exactly. Okay. So like I got all my stuff in there, and like I said, just like it's like almost just a part of like our everyday thing of just keeping up with what's going on. Word of mouth too. Yep. My friends are constantly putting me on like the newest videographers, photographers, rappers, stylists. So it's just an everyday thing. It's just the lifestyle that I'm involved in. So that's how I can kind of explain it for you.
Yeah.
I'll keep it short and sweet. I think that I just wake up and just be myself. I don't think too much about it. And then another one on that is surrounding myself with younger crowds too, because the kids are going to be the ones of the next generations and the next, the hits, So those are the ones that are going to bring me the music. So when I'm 38, I don't want to be doing this for in this sense and working this hard forever.
No.
So getting people like Josh Camp, shout out Josh Camp, man,
Josh.
in the system and helping me stay up to date is huge.
Yeah.
To capitalize on what he said, the youth, shout out to the youth.
For real,
The
man.
youth is important. The youth is loved.
Yeah.
The youth is what keeps this industry going up, because the youth is what takes care of the people. The youth is who's buying merch. The youth is who is streaming songs.
Showing up to shows.
The youth is everything, man. And music is youth, I don't want to say that in like a disrespectful way where I'm saying music is youth to any person who doesn't feel like they are youthful. But we all, when we express ourselves, when it comes to this music stuff, whether if we're rapping, doing whatever creative-wise, or even attending concerts as an individual, just attending a concert, we're all being youthful, having a good time and whatnot. So the youth is what keeps us alive. The youth is what keeps us on our path.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you speak to any particularly memorable or challenging gigs or opportunities you guys have done together in the past?
I think personally, every gig and opportunity is a challenge.
Every
and
gig,
its own thing.
Every opportunity that lays in our lap, we go at it with a great mindset that everything's gonna go well, but we are prepared for whatever is to come. With me and Dylan recently, we just hit this Restless Fest, the Dallas showcase, and I told Dylan, I'm like, dude, I really want to paint my face. I need a dramatic,
an it factor.
A it factor. I need the shock value, and I initially wanted to have I tried to book 2 makeup stylists for it. They couldn't do it for me. Excuse me, because it was like a 10 a.m. type of call time, check in and whatnot, and it was kind of just out of their range. So my guy Dylan ended up just doing the makeup for me, and it was dope. It was lit. I got a lot of great feedback from a lot of the supporters. When I was out there, everybody out there was just like, dude, I love the face paint. I'm like, dude, I appreciate it, because this wasn't exactly what I intended, but this is what I wanted. And then
I was in the crowd. I was like, Kyle's so cool. Look at his face paint. Let me get some pictures.
And then there was technical difficulties that we were having at the beginning of the show and stuff that we took care of. Dude,
while we're doing your makeup,
we owned it. We owned it, man. So
I think that's life in general, though, right? You gotta have that mindset that you're not gonna wake up and life's not gonna be perfect every day.
Yeah.
Because if you have that mindset and then something goes wrong, you're gonna be devastated. Oh my God, this was supposed to be a perfect day, and this one. No, the perfect day is made by you and going through those trials of adversity and persevering through that, so that you can make that impact that you're destined to have.
Yeah.
And
So to wrap up, my last question: what's next?
What is next? There are a group of things that are next in between of, what I consider what is next. But what is very much next is, shout out to my girl Tay Money. We got the Tay Day coming up here.
I can't wait. I am so stoked.
So that is what's very much next for me. I do have some things coming in between, but Tay Day is very much what's next. And then after Tay Day, what I consider to be next, which what we both will be very much, playing a huge impact in, is going to be the So What Festival. This is going to be my second year.
Yes.
This is our second year involved in the So What. This is my guy's first years in the So What Festival, as on the music side,
Yeah.
on the stage managing, taking care of everybody and their needs side. But, this is gonna be this is what's next for us coming from us, you know.
Say the claim to fame.
You know? You know, this is the boys coming from Flip a Switch to the So What stage.
I want to be there. I'm gonna be there. I'm showing up.
Come
I'm
on.
taking pics.
Easily.
What D Savage say? Come on.
Yeah, you guys are amazing. Any other last thoughts?
Yes, I
before we wrap
have
up?
something I want to ask you. So, like, I seen you were at the Taylor Swift concert.
Oh.
Please tell me about that. That was a 3-day thing?
No, that was so. I consider myself a pretty decent Swiftie. I'm not like
Swiftie.
I'm not.
Let's go.
Have you heard that term before?
I very much have, of
Okay,
course.
so I've been listening to Taylor Swift since the beginning. I'm not like a crazy fan or a groupie, but I do love Taylor Swift. And at the beginning of the year, I made a list of artists that it was my dream to work with this year, and I was determined to make it happen for all of them. There's 12 artists on the list. So far, we're 4 months, just barely 4 months into the year, and I've already worked with 3.
Okay, let's go.
First one was Tay Money, so shout out to Tay Money because she was a dream. She's on my vision board. I manifested working with her, and now we've become great friends. And
Love
you know,
that.
I'm gonna take pictures of her at Tay Day, and then worked with an amazing band called Lost Boy Crow, and then Taylor Swift.
Wow.
Voyage gave me the opportunity to go in and apply for a press pass and a review ticket, and I genuinely, you know, shot in the dark. I mean, there's 80,000 people that went to that show and
Wow.
15 photographers.
80,000.
I was one of 5 women in that pit, and there's nothing like it. It was the most magical experience I've ever gotten to do. When I got that email, I kid you not, I cried.
Yeah,
Like I cried. That's a dream. I'm living the dream. So shout out to Voyage.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Voyage.
Voyage.
Yes.
God bless you, Voyage, because
Yes.
you're changing lives.
Yep. Amazing.
For what we got next, though, Flip a Switch
Oh,
is.
I think JoJo's saying we got it.
Yeah, 1 minute.
We got 1 minute.
Flip a Switch this is the beginning. We've been
Yes.
here for 3 months. If you're an artist, you're a creative, you want to work hard, and you want to find a local studio to help you console and grow you as an artist, please tap in.
Yes.
There's a lot of things going with my nonprofit, Simu. Shout out Simu. There's a lot of things happening with Mike Zimmer, with the Third String Productions, with So What. I have my hands on Restless Fest now, and so we're going to take that to San Antonio, Houston, New York, and LA. Those are the next cities, so please tap in.
Yep.
Shout out Madison, shout out Voyage, and shout out me and Kyle's personal relationships going forward.
Yeah.
Shout out Dylan Lueking, shout out Madison, shout out to JoJo.
Yes.
JoJo.
Thank you,
Every
JoJo.
danger.
You know, and
Got this camera, and then say whatever you want. Like, say bye at the end.
hey man, we're working hard, we're staying consistent, we're not, you know, we're not dropping any content for you guys to see. You hear where I'm coming from?
Consistency with
So
us.
we're staying consistent with the content, we're working hard, we're dreaming big, and you know,
It's just the beginning.
it's just the beginning, like
Yeah.
Madison said.
Tapped in.
Tapped in.
Right on. Thank you both so much for everything. This was wonderful.
Thank you.
Great, meaningful conversation.
I had a great time.
Amazing.
Let's go, gang.
God bless.
Yes. That's a wrap.